It's a face.
You have a 240p face.
Yeah, we're live and stuff, so...
Just like real life.
Just like real life, yeah. We're just like real life.
Just real life.
So any viewers out there watching, this is a brand new campaign DM'd by Dan Tier. He's up that way on the screen. So yeah, I'll let him go ahead and give some details, and then we'll go ahead and do introductions.
All right. So I'm just going to start with my spiel that hopefully should explain kind of what's going on, and then we're going to fill in the blanks as we go. So I think this is going to be new to all of you because this is a brand new setting. So 1,000 years ago, a prophet to the god Ilmater received a vision of a great time of strife that would ravage the continent of Inaria. As a young northern kingdom rushed for power, displacing diverse communities that called these lands their home, charged with preventing this suffering, the conclave of followers traveled deep into the southern forest to seek out a great lake of Klaksa, where a new home was founded to house any refugee escaping suffering, regardless of their race, belief, or past lives. And so the City of Beasts was founded, and built from the labor as war raged the north. These displaced fled and found a city that would call all those to suffering and relieve them of their burdens. Today, Klaksa is a metropolis, brimming with beasts from all walks of life, separated into guilds and founded by those once refugees. Towering walls topped with thick red chains hold against the attempt to conquer it and create a stark barrier between the forest wilderness and the safety within. As we sweep through the city, the night rain surrenders to the sun, bringing life to the cobbled streets. The mage towers looming in the north, the lush gardens to the south, bustling mines to the west, and the great lake of Klaksa itself to the east. Looking down onto these red streets, that leads us into the central temple district, where we find ourselves at the doors of the Adventurers Administratum, where those willing to put their lives at risk can earn coin and renown, assuming they can first pass the test required to gain a license. And this is where we find our adventurers today. So, people, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Yep, I would say we'd start with Amber, but her video feed got lost, so I don't know if she's still with us.
Oh no.
Here.
Okay,
No.
she's still there, just the video feed took a poo. So we'll just go in alphabetical order, or the order we have the cameras in. Dan, if you want to go first, because you're the DM.
I mean, I don't have a character, but...
But you can introduce yourself.
I can. I'm Dante on Twitter and everywhere on the interwebs. I'm going to be DMing this campaign, which is a little bit different from all our normal ones, because no one is playing human. Humans are banned from this campaign. Everyone is going to be playing weird creatures and doing weird beastie things in morally grey areas, depending on... But yeah, I look forward to this game, though. It's going to be weird, I think.
Okay. Amber, you're up next.
I am a succubus, and I really don't know what else we want to say for a description. I've never really done an intro before for this stuff. Could do some pointers on this.
All right.
No. Give a brief description of what you look like, I guess.
I have purple hair. I live to attempt and eat mortal beings' life forces. I'm basically an evil goddess.
Nice.
All right. Chris.
I am playing Vereen, a Githyanki Barbarian. Not really too much to say about him. He looks very much like all the other Githyanki, with a deep yellow skin and black hair. And that's pretty much it for right now.
All right. Emily.
I am Maris. I am a female centaur. I'm trying to look for my notes because I can't remember the name of my horse body, but I seem to not save things correctly. I am a very fair-skinned for the human part, I have black hair that is braided on the sides, so it makes somewhat of a mohawk, even though the hair is long. I am, I think, an Appalachian. Yeah. I am a horse that's like white and black spotted. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, and then for me, I am playing Kothar, a Lizardfolk Monk, who has dark ashen scales with a red flame-colored bony protrusions and a mohawk from like snout all the way back down. Kothar has an affinity for fire, which we'll eventually see in the campaign. Other than that, that's it.
Cool. So that's everyone. I'm gonna throw us all into our first area. Eventually, it will move.
Eventually.
There we go.
I guess I'll go ahead and bring up the. I guess I don't need a combat map for that. It's fine.
No, we're just hanging out. So, as you all enter the administratum, you walk into a very bright and busy lobby. This is a adventurer's office where you take your tests, you sign in and register to be adventurers, and can pick up contracts and deliver contracts. In the center, there is a large platform that is raised above the stone floors, which has 4 sets of tables with chairs, and then around you there are about a dozen or so other people, a mixture of guards and other adventurers ready to take their tests. And on each side there are a pair of double doors that lead outwards that have weird crystals that sit above the doors with different colours. One in the back right is currently green, one in the back left is currently amber, and then the 2 to your closest, left and right, they are both currently red. So, in this big room, there on those 4 tables, you see 4 individuals who work here, 2 of which are currently speaking to people. But I will give you a brief description of who they are. You will recognize these people. So on your left, you have a Luxodon who is quite old, obviously grey-skinned, has thin white hair that's tied back in the tiniest ponytail, who's currently talking to some kobolds. Next to that, you have a hobgoblin. There we go. A hobgoblin sitting there in full plate armor, even though he's at a desk. He's got red highlights to all of his armor, indicating that he is part of the Relks Legion. And then next to that, you have a shifter, who is, out of everybody in the city, one of the most human-looking, but has very subtle cat-like features, with slightly larger fangs, yellowish eyes, and a very soft fur that's very, very fine and short. And at the end, on an open table, you have a Minotaur with scruffy black fur sitting there in a leather waistcoat with spectacles, sitting at the desk waiting for someone to approach. Who would you like to speak to out of these 4 people?
I would like to know more about the crystals. Are they within reaching distance?
No, they're like mounted above the doors,
Okay.
as if they're of the door structure itself.
Okay. Then I won't touch them and play with them.
I will not steal the first thing I see.
No, I just have affinity for like touching things.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Can you say what the colors were again? You went really fast, I'm sorry.
Yes. So the back right door has a green crystal above it. The back left door has an orange crystal above it, and the 2 closest doors, which is left and right, they both have red on theirs.
Okay, thank you.
That's right. And then of the 4 desks, 2 of them currently are free, which is the one with the hobgoblin and the one with the Minotaur. They're both free. The other 2 are currently speaking to other groups of adventurers who are also here to take their tests.
I guess I go to the Minotaur. Minotaur.
Minotaur? Yes.
Minotaur.
Yep, so you walk up, and as you get a bit closer, you notice that this is actually quite a well-kept Minotaur. He's sitting down, but even sitting down, he's about 5 foot tall, sitting in his chair. He's got a very well-tailored leather waistcoat that is pinstriped with little white seams that go down it. He's wearing reading glasses, and he has a little watch that sits in his waistcoat. And he's currently sitting there with a ledger, a stack of cards, and some other knickknacks that you assume are to do with doing administration work.
Okay.
Bureaucratic minotaurs.
He is a bureaucratic Minotaur.
So we haven't taken our test yet, is what you're saying?
That's what you're here to do.
Okay. So I'm going to tell him that I'm here to take my test.
Okay. So you will. He's still mindful, so he has quite a deep, brush voice, and he just asks for your name.
Maris.
Merits. He pulls out a little kind of like a Rolodex, flicks through, and then pulls out a card with your name on it, and pulls it down. And then he looks at the rest and says, "And the rest of you?"
All right.
I'll take my test too.
What was
Green.
that, sir? You'll take green. No, he's asking your names. So he can pull your cards out.
My name's Saskia.
Saskia, good. So he rolls through, and he finds another one, and he pulls that out, and places that next to the other one.
All right. Kothar's gonna step up and like a lizard sniffing the air. This place smells of meat. I'm Kothar.
Kothar. He looks at you and goes, "Indeed, tasty meat." He pulls out your card, and then he stares at the Githyanki, expectingly.
I'm going to just quickly case the room first.
Yeah.
Before leaning in and saying Vareen. Varen, rather.
Yeah. Would you like to take a proper inspection of the look while he pulls out his card? Yeah, give me a perception check. See if there's anything strange you notice in here. 17. Right. So, looking around the room, you notice there's a pair of back doors that lead somewhere completely different that don't have a crystal associated with them. They currently have 2 cards loosely guarding it. And you see out the back of the room, one of the ones that was red starts blinking, and the door slowly comes open as someone drags an unconscious goblin out of the room and sets them down, and then starts reviving them, and then the light flicks back to green above the door.
Would I be able to discern that green means the room is now available to be tested in?
You could, yes. Yeah, you get the assumption that poor goblin failed their test. But they're not dead, they're just unconscious. Currently being sat up and given water. So now that he's got your names, he's got the 4 cards out in front of him, and he pulls out a deck of what looks like tarot cards that are quite big, they're like 8-inch tall cards, and starts shuffling them, and then deals out 9 cards face down in front of you, and invites each of you to pick one card. And as he does so, he says, "Please take one of these cards. These will dictate the type of test that you'll be taking today."
Do any of the cards look different? Like, is there any subtle differences in the back of the card? Because I'm assuming we're seeing the backs.
Yes, yeah, you're seeing the back. So the backs, they're all... This is a well-used deck of cards, but surprisingly well-maintained. None of them are roughed or dirty or scratched in any way,
Okay.
which you would think might be a little bit odd for a card, for a deck of cards that get used so often.
Does one of the cards look less used than the rest? Like it's been less manhandled.
No, they all look pristine,
Okay.
as if not regular deck of cards.
Alright. Well then.
Yeah, but he lays 9 out in a grid, so it's a 3x3 grid, and there's just 9 cards laying face down. So
Alright.
someone can pick a card.
Kothar will reach forward and pick the card closest to them in the middle.
Okay. So you pull a card, and as you pull it out, you see it's kind of like a playing card.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the number 4 in the corner, and it's a dark brown card with a light brown circle, and in the center is dash marks, as if it was from a claw, like 3 claw marks down the center.
It was dark brown with what?
It's a very dark brown, like a dark leathery brown, with a light dusty brown circle in the center. It has claw marks going through it in white. So you place your one down.
Was how many claw marks?
3.
Do I know what that indicates?
Nope.
Okay.
You can try and I don't know, investigate and see if you can get any inkling into it.
Sure, I'll do an investigation.
See how much you know about the guild.
It's gonna suck.
No.
7. It's a card.
Who else would like to take a card?
I'll take the 4th card.
The first card.
4th.
4th card. So the 4th card, as you pull that one, it's very different to the previous card. This one is almost like a garden. It has lush grass and yellow flowers, and then in the center it has what looks like a darker green line that makes kind of a strange pattern across it. So it's like a bunch of lines that just kind of string together that don't seem to like make any sense, but they just kind of stretch out, but outwards from the center.
Okay.
Who wants to pick the next card?
I'll go up and choose a card.
Okay. Which card do you choose, or just a random card?
A random card, but I don't reach for it, but the card flips over anyway.
Okay. So this card flips over, and you see a blue card. This time, it has a very light grey background, and then 3 blue wavy lines that form the front of a key.
That form the front of a what?
Of a key. It's like a lock. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Seth, would you like to pick a card?
I will pick a random card.
Okay. So you pick the final card, and your one is plain white with a very subtle blue ice cube. Not ice cube. Like a block of ice that's jagged. But inside, it looks like there's something inside, but you can't actually tell what it is. But it looks like there's something in a block of ice that's been encased. So those are your 4 cards. He then shuffles the rest of the deck away, puts it back in the little box where it came from. And he stands up and says, "If you'd like to come with me," and he takes your 4 cards and walks to the door at the back right that has the green crystal above it. And when he gets there, you notice there's these slots that kind of go down the door. There's 9 slots, so it looks like you could have 9 cards in this at one time. And he shuffles the 4 cards and slots them into the door. And then as he does so, each of them form a line that connects to each other. They all kind of connect together like a little magic pattern that links the cards together. And then the door unlocks, and he turns the handle and opens the door inside. And says, all you need to do to pass is retrieve your 4 keys and return.
4 keys?
Hmm? Yeah, so the door's open. He's waiting expectantly for you to wander in. But he is there.
Kothar's
if
gonna
you'd like to
ask,
ask any questions.
is it an all or nothing thing? Or if I get my key, I pass. If they don't get their key, they don't pass.
One part of being an adventurer is that you must get through this together. For one of you to pass, you all must pass.
He looks a little, Kothar looks a little perturbed by this. As much as a lizard folk could look perturbed.
Yeah, so he's waiting by the door. Door is nice and open, so you can either go in there. Would you like to see what's through the door before you walk into it? Yeah. So looking through the door, you see a long corridor that stretches 40, 50 feet, that it looks like, with torches that just light the whole way down.
Kothar just walks in.
Okay. So, we are entering. If it'll let me change players. There we go. So, we're now in the first room. So you walk into this room, which is just a really long corridor. As you walk through the door, it does widen out, and you see torches that are lit that funnel forwards to this long passageway and then just carry on all the way down to the end. And then you can't quite read it from here, but there's a little scroll on the back wall. And then in front of you, there's something written in common, which is, if I find... Yes, engraved into the floor in front of you, it has a phrase which is, "The swift of thought find the path and claim its key." And then the door shuts behind you as the last one of you enters.
Okay. You said there's something on the far end of the hallway on the wall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, did you want to go take a look at what that is?
I do, but this is a trial. Just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
the centaur in the room,
It's a me.
how much space is Maris taking up?
Oh yeah, am I just normal size?
I was gonna say,
I'm a
is
large
she,
thing,
is
aren't
she
I?
considered medium or large?
You can pick if you want to be medium or large.
I'm gonna be medium because it makes life easier for everyone.
Centaurs are between 6 to 9 feet, depending on how big you want to be.
Whoa.
You're about 4 foot wide, on average, and if you're a large centaur, you could be like 8 feet back. If you're like a warhorse style horse.
Oh no! I mean, Appaloosa. I found the name of the horse, which is not that
A
big.
moo horse.
She's a pony.
I'm a horse. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, looking at the pathway in front of us,
Mhm.
are there any abnormalities with the is it stone? With the stone walkway?
Yep. It's just plain like like tiled grey stone.
Okay.
So it's really hard, but it's just perfectly flat.
You says perfectly flat?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Apart from the writing that's like in the main like wide section.
And that was swift of thought finds the path to the claim the key.
Yeah, the only other thing in the room is the torches and whatever is on the back wall.
Okay. Well then.
Would people like to inspect anything in particular?
I'm
wander around?
looking at my personality traits and everything real quick.
It's like, what would a lizard do?
Well,
It
now I'm
pushes
looking at my
everyone away.
personality traits, like, what would Kothar do?
Dan, should we be able to see the map or just a black square?
You should be able to see the map.
Zoom out a whole bunch because he's got the dynamic lighting on.
You also may have to move your token just a bit if you have the don't update till the token drops.
I don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
have a token on here.
You do.
Oh.
Can you drag a token in? Yeah, Tonya's in there. She moved.
That's
Ah, there we
not me. That's me. There we go.
There we go.
Nope, I don't see anything.
Oh, his token just disappeared from me, like off.
There it is.
There he is. I was like, where'd he go?
I'll move your token. There you go. Now you're in the zone. You should be able to see. Are you able to see as well, Sasuke?
I can see everything now.
Why is your token broken? Right, one sec. I will.
Broken token.
I'll just
Broken
move up your
token, you're the one.
I put the Wikipedia for my horse flavor because
You make games, I'm so
unless
much
you're a
fun.
horse girl, you probably don't know what that means.
Yeah.
There we go.
There
Alright.
we go.
So
I just refreshed your line.
Kothar would like to look more closely at the writing on the floor.
Okay.
Is it engraved? Is it like chiseled out? How is it?
It looks like it was chiseled.
So it's chiseled.
Mhm.
If Kothar takes a clawed toe and pokes at it,
Mhm.
anything happen?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just an engraved bit. And
Hey Tonya, can you change the scene so we can see the map?
No.
you should be able to see it.
Please and thank you.
So you want me to put on the
One
combat
sec.
scene?
Maybe I need to do the same with yours. Crystals.
No, I can see it. I'm talking about Twitch.
I
Oh,
mean,
like-
it's
I'm
just it's. New game, guys! Who dis?
What is the streaming stuff?
Okay, nobody speak for a minute. Okay, now they can hear things from everybody.
Yay!
Cause
Now that the Spear of Silence was dropped.
didn't finish that. Now I've got to do the capture, but it's gonna be really janky when I do it.
That's okay.
It's fine. It's a cover.
Oh no, what I can do is I can go back to the roleplay, and I can do the studio mode in OBS and fuck with that scene
Before we go to it.
before we go to it. Hee.
Yes.
That's a production learning thing. No, I spelled everyone's name wrong.
Is a thing.
So there's a few ways that you can roll, Amber. So you can either do /roll and then whatever dice you want to roll.
Yep,
like
I saw
1d20.
that one. I can do that.
Or if you open your character sheet, I should be able to do it at the same time. If you open your character sheet and there we go, and go to open it, go to character sheet, And then if I switch that for you, there we go, back to core. There we go. So now you're on core, you should be able to just click on any of the regular tests, so strength, dex, and it will automatically roll it. Or if you've got mathematics check, it should just automatically roll it from there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
There we go. Cool. Right. Is anyone want to inspect anything else?
Oh yeah, I was looking up how my shoes work really fast.
Oh,
Shoes work.
she has
Yeah.
fancy shoes.
I am
She has
in
fancy watches.
I'm gonna use my floaty shoes, and go down the hallway a little bit to try to see where I can't see.
How are you going down the hallway? Are you like sneaking down the hallway? Are you walking? Are you running?
I'm floating.
I know, but what
At
speed do you
normal
want to float at?
pace.
Normal pace, okay.
Yeah, just to like there.
Okay. Just until you can see the back wall then.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get close enough to the back wall, and you see that it's an outline to a door, but it's actually a stone wall. They're just stones that make up a door. But it's still a solid wall. There's no handle or anything like that. It's like the door frame was made out of stone.
So, wait, Maris, is she all the way down at the far end of the hallway?
No, I'm
No,
just
it's
so I
back
could
now.
see.
Okay. Well, then I guess, and do you relay this back to the group?
I do.
All
No.
right. But you
Also,
can-
while I'm here, does anything look like I can put it in my mouth?
Other than people?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
I mean, you can try and eat fire.
I'm
But
gonna
as
try
you
to
try
eat
not
the
to like,
fire.
put us fire hot.
I'm gonna be like, oh god, it's hot.
When you're trying to eat the fire, you do notice that it's actually like being. All of the fire in the room is flowing towards. So as the flames go up, they all kind of bend towards down the hallway, as if there was like a breeze pulling it down.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If anybody
Yeah.
hears a loud thud, it's my dumb cat racing towards the ginger cat outside.
Ooh, mystery cat.
He's back.
It just wants babies. That's all he wants.
All that he wants.
Oh no, I didn't think.
I'm pretty sure he's the daddy cat of the kittens that I had a friend pick up.
Yeah.
So Maris didn't get close enough to actually be able to read the script back there, right?
There's no script. It's just an outline of a door.
Oh, I thought you said there's some writing down there.
You could see scribbles on it, but you couldn't make out what it is. But it's just a door that's been
Okay.
made out of a different style of stone.
Okay.
It's a much lighter, almost bluish.
Well, Kothar says screw it in their mind and walks down the hallway.
Okay.
All
You
the
walk
way
down the hallway.
Down the hallway. All the way.
Iran is gonna
down
follow.
The hallway.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly slink behind.
Pushes past
So
the centaur.
Oh, damn it! I need coconuts. There you go.
Would you like to gallop towards the wall?
Sure. Gallop. Nope.
As you
I'm
gallop
stuck
towards
right
the
here.
wall, as you start galloping, you notice the space, the stone that's in between the arch of the door that's made out of stone begins to shimmer slightly.
Ooh. Guys, it's making shinies.
No one else can see it. Just you.
Oh. Do you guys see the shinies?
One of Kothar's eyes, because they're like on the sides, just like moves back and looks at Maris.
looking at a galloping horse at the doorway. Yeah. Would you like to keep galloping, like, to the door that you're seeing? Or are you going to stop?
Oh, there's some.
Oh, and there she goes.
I'm gonna stop. Sorry. There's
Alright.
a babe.
As soon as you stop, the door stops shimmering.
Oh. Oh no, I can't make anything do things.
What are you trying to make it do what?
I'm just trying to make Twitch work, but the mod view is fantastic.
Oh.
But what is Maris trying to do though?
Hold on a second. Well, okay, so I stopped and I was like, oh, it's not shimmery. I'm gonna run out the door.
You're gonna what at the door?
You run full speed, and as you get closer and the faster you get, the door turns almost into like water, and you run straight through it and disappear to everyone else.
Wait.
Everyone else in the group, you just ran through a brick wall.
Wait, can you move me off the screen? Wee. On the other side of the room, is the door like open?
You were in a different room entirely. You run through, and the temperature drops. It goes dark. It's cold, and beneath your hooves, you can feel snow.
No, I don't like this. I float.
Oh, close. Yeah, you don't feel it. You can just see it below your hooves.
Like me.
Then why were we making hoof sounds?
No, I ran normally, and then I got
Okay.
to touch the snow. And it was like me.
And then you just start floating above it.
So we just see Maris, big
Just straight through the door.
centaur just walks through a wall.
Oh yeah, and the other thing that you notice is a key has appeared in your hand.
Her hand?
Hey.
In Maris's hand. Gina has a key that has the 3 waves on it.
Okay. If Kothar goes to touch the wall, is it solid or does he pass through? Or do they pass through? Sorry.
How hard are you hitting the wall?
I'm just poking at it.
Nope, it's just a stone wall.
What if I punch it?
If you punch it, your hand starts going through.
Aha.
But then it feels... Are you going to stop the punch?
No, I'm gonna punch, but I mean, then I pull back because it's a punch.
Yeah, so you punch, your hand goes through it, and then your hand comes back out. For a second, you see it like start turning blue, and like as your hand enters, it like ripples out, and it goes back to stone as soon as you stop.
Okay. Then I am going to, monk speed my ass through the wall.
Sure. You take a few steps back and start sprinting, and just as soon as you start running, you see the shimmer appear, and as you get close, it turns into water, and you just straight through. You're gone. And you two are now standing in snow.
I am also going to run through station 9 3/4.
You run through, you hit 8 miles an hour, and you're gone.
That's fucking fast.
Something about this fall just makes it feel like you're fast.
Super fast.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
See, yeah. The idea was if you're a good run from the start, you would have just like rocketed through a door. So yeah, you're first. You're through the door, and because Maris went through first, she's now holding a key.
Is it dark in that room that Maris is in?
It is. I'm just switching over. So you're now in a dark room. The only light you can see is in the distance, about 30 feet away, is a very small glow sitting what you assume is the center of the room.
Kothar's going to cast Produce Flame.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Because can't see in the dark.
How far is it's 30 feet, isn't it?
I think it's the same as the
Or is
torch.
Is that 60, 30?
It's a good question. You know what? Here's what I can do. I can just cast it, and it'll tell us what it do.
And it will tell.
What it did.
Or it'll do an attack. It doesn't attack.
It just says, please refer to torch.
The flame sheds light in a 10-foot radius, and then dim light 10 foot out from that. So it's 20 foot total, 10 bright, 10 dim. Ignore the fact I am not attacking the darkness with produce flame.
Oh. Step the darkness. That should be 20 and 10. There we go. So you are now producing some light.
Okay.
So below you, now that you've got a bit more light, you can see that the ground is kind of like a cracked ice with soft snow, as if it's freshly fallen. And then the sides of the cavern that you're in actually go out, and it's just walls of ice that go all the way around.
And it's cold?
It's real cold.
I'm chewing on the key, and then everyone comes, and I stop.
This isn't a carrot.
And I see the centaur floating.
Yep. Just talking about the snow.
Kothar looks down at his feet, or at their feet, looks at the centaur. You can see the gears turning.
It's just like jumping and trying to float. Yeah. Yeah. Your light does reach just far enough that you see like a pillar of ice right on the edge of your light radius. You can just see this like outline of a pillar of ice in the distance.
Okay. Kothar will walk up to that pillar of ice to shed more light on the situation.
As you get closer, you can start seeing in, and it's still covered lightly in snow, but as you look a bit closer, you can see something inside.
Something inside.
Yep.
Is the ice clear, or is it like the weird frosty, not clear ice?
Frosty, not clear.
Frosty, not clear?
Like it's really cold ice.
Okay.
You know, like glacial ice.
Wait.
And Dan, I can't see the map again. Sorry.
It's because you made a change to the token and didn't.
Oh, I did, didn't I? I didn't
Yeah.
save him.
Well, you saved it, but this token's the old token.
Has sight. Yeah.
You broke him.
And then if I go to Baron, I edit Baron, I remember to pull the token through. Use that token, save. That should work. Question mark.
Do it works?
Yeah, can you see your token now, Chris? Or are you still invisible?
We saw everybody's cards, right?
It's
Yep. Yeah, they were laid up on the table.
still a black screen.
I have the cards written down. So
I'm just gonna
in my notes.
pull you back into the scene manually. Come on. Oh, he's in there twice now.
So we saw everybody's cards, and Maris's card was like the watery looking thing.
I don't think I said that.
Maris's was the one that looked like a garden.
Yeah.
Saskia's is the one that looked frozen.
Well, yeah, no. I realized this is probably what represents Saskia's card, but I was like,
Okay. Yes. So Chris's or Viren's, his was a key that had the wavy lines, and then your one was
No, I
the
wrote mine
circle
down.
with the claws. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are the 4 cards.
okay.
So I have
So you
the
believe
key
you're
for
1 out of
it.
4. Yes. And you're currently holding the wave key.
Okay. So I stepped up.
So I give it to Varen because I'm like, I think this was your card.
I stepped up closer to that to get more light on it.
While we're still working out the map and the token issue, is there any clue to the room on the floor like there was in the previous one?
Yeah.
No, it's just nice.
Go ahead.
Walk around the room and see what we can see. Anything on the walls or anything like that?
Yeah, so as you wander around the room, is anyone else producing light, or is it just Tonya producing light?
I'm gonna cast light on my mace.
How far is...
She just said two. Hold on. They said two.
So she gets 40 foot
radius.
Yeah.
And I have the goggles of the night on, so I can see anyway.
Okay. And I believe Saskia has dark vision anyway, so you can see 60 feet. So I'll change yours to 60.
Oh, I know why Chris is probably seeing just black. You still have the Fog of War on, don't you?
Why would that affect just Chris?
Because I've already been on this map and I moved myself around.
No, I can see it.
Everyone else can.
Oh, I don't know.
Right, that should change. I'll do it just to make it easier. Do that so everyone can see what everyone else can see. Yours is 20 and 20. I did.
All the lights.
Spread light everywhere. Right, and then one. A map suddenly.
It's a lot of fucking light.
I've just given dark vision so you can all tell, but technically only Saskia can see that far.
It hurts.
I got real bright real quick.
And then I'm gonna redo Chris's token. Wonder why it broke. Yeah, so did you guys want to wander around? I suppose because now you've got way more light, you can see that there is another frozen ice column in the center that is glowing.
So that's the only glowy one?
Yes. Well, the others are not glowing.
So I'm gonna, on the one I'm standing next to, with my leather wraps, because that's where my hands are glowing with the produce flame. I'm gonna take and just rub against the ice to see if I can clear out anything, to see if there's anything like remotely interesting inside the ice.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you rub away until you melt it slightly, almost with the flame, and then you can see there's like a blue creature on the inside. It's got long ears.
Creature.
You can kind of see it's got a long nose on the inside.
Do I recognize what type of creature this is?
Make a intelligence check, or do you have history?
I have nature.
Yeah, make a nature check. Nature check will work. Yes, this is a method. And you assume... Yep. So it's like an actual being of elements, but a very low-level one.
Do I know
But you
what
assume, because of its
element it is?
environment, it's an ice one.
It's an ice one?
Yeah. You assume it being encased in ice, and it being blue, that it's an ice method.
Okay. Okay. Then Kothar's gonna walk up to the glowy one.
The glowy one. You do the same with that, and you can see a key lightly glowing on the inside.
I would like to punch the ice.
You like to punch the ice?
Sure, it worked last time.
Make an attack roll. Just see how hard you hit it. We'll assume you hit it, but we'll just hit the damage. See how hard you hit it. Chris is a giant token.
Now there's 2 of them.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
I think he's
Reset his
putting a
token.
new token on Chris's
Yeah,
sheet.
brand new token.
It's 5 bludgeoning with
Where are you? There you are.
I can change my color.
Excuse me.
One sec. I will get to that roll in a second. One sec.
Sure
Set
thing.
Chris back up. HP. There we go. He has HP now.
Dan, what's the Twitch link, by the way? I want to see what we look like.
Oh,
See I never got to see our cool little layout screen.
I'm
Your
sure I have
ways.
that somewhere.
In
Let's
the
look
chat.
at that.
Chat,
You have
chat.
sight. You have players to save. And then if
No, it doesn't play through my speakers. It's gonna get really echoey.
Yeah. No, you gave her the moderator link.
Oh,
That will
Welcome
not
to being a
work.
mod.
it will not work.
Wait, what's your username and password?
Will not work. I can't see. Hold on, I took my glasses off for some reason and then tried to do stuff. Okay. There's the not moderator link.
Yeah.
Alright, can you see now, Chris?
Yes, I can.
Mature audiences. I don't know what
Hey.
mature audience.
Yeah, I see
Alright,
mature eyes because
yes,
I swear frequently.
You punch straight through the ice, and as you punch through, you hear it crack, and you hear a crack directly to your left, behind you, to your right, another one a little bit further to your left, and 2 more off in the distance, also crack as you punch it.
Oh no.
So I glance to my left, which is the closest pillar behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly behind to my left. Is that pillar cracking?
It is, yes.
Do I have the key?
Yeah, you're holding the key. Would you like to pull it out?
I would like to pull the key out.
You pull the key out, and all of the ice in the room shatters. So all of these pillars of ice just crumble and release ice methods all over the place.
Oh. Oops.
Roll initiative.
I swear.
Open up the initiative thing.
Oh yeah.
Before we
Activated my trap
roll.
card.
And then I've gotta capture it.
So let's see if this works.
Oh, nice.
So can I just magically click initiative and it's gonna roll for it? That's
It
what-
will, but wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to open up the initiative block
Yeah.
for us.
And make sure you click on your token friend first.
Yep. Click on your token and then click initiative in your sheet. It'll automatically put you in the list. But the list needs to be open first.
Well, I've just got to dump all of these.
We don't care about the ice Memphis!
Okay. What?
What?
Ice methods. What?
What?
Where is initiative on here?
It's gonna be on the left hand side.
Coda.
Yeah.
There we go. Huzzah!
Guys, I will get initiative up in the corner in just a second.
Hey, you can see. There we go. Oh.
There we go. You should be able to roll now.
Way to go, Em. Oh, it didn't put her name next to her token.
It did for me,
It didn't for me though.
but I think it's because it's.
It's got a name for me.
Yeah.
We can only see our own names at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. The name is fairly obvious as to the token for people watching, but
Oh, you can see the token there, yeah?
yeah, you can
Yeah.
see tokens.
Okay.
All right, let me.
Right. How do I roll for all these methods?
Studio mode. Click on that token and then click on their name in the monster sheet.
Sheet.
Or if there's an initiative off to the side of it. I think it's just their name.
I don't think they have individual monster sheets. They don't.
Do you not have a creature sheet in the Roll20?
Oh, yeah, I know what I need to do. If I pull that out. There we go. Ah, it's because my pop-up is hidden in the background. There it is. Count sheet. Initiative. Where's the initiative? Huh, I actually can't find their initiative on the sheet.
Just click their name.
Oh,
Alright, 1 second.
right. I'm just gonna roll these. There might be a few of them. Yeah, there we go. And then if I... Boop. Haha, there we go.
And now people
So
in the
Viren is
streams
first.
can see it.
Can everyone see the initiative now?
Yeah.
No.
So Viren gets to go first.
Okay. So, seeing these creatures bust out of these ice columns, I am going to very calm and collectedly walk towards the closest ice method right here.
Mm-hmm.
As my bonus action, I am going to slip into my battle trance and go into a rage.
Nice.
And from my back, without my hands moving, my greatsword is going to unsheath itself, and I'm going to attack recklessly at that ice method.
Yep, go for it.
So that is, I have advantage on the attack, and the next attack against me will have advantage against myself.
Yep.
15 to hit
15 does hit.
for 12 slashing damage.
Right, so you slam down and almost cleave this in two. You've done huge damage to it, and it does not look happy about it.
I'm just going to remain calm and very still, and that is my turn.
Nice. Method number 6. So, why did I put so many in? So they can fly 30 feet sometimes. And where is it? They have something fun, but I don't know if they can reach it.
And sorry, that should have been 14 slashing because of the rage.
Oh yeah, 14. Yeah. So this is almost dead immediately. It's barely hanging in there. There we go. So this one's gonna 1, 2, 3. So you see out of the shadows at the back, a mephit come flying forwards. 1, 2, 3. And all it's gonna do is just fly straight over and stand right next to the monk, and that's its turn. Kothar.
If you hit the next in the turn order, it'll shift through so people in chat can see what's coming up. There you go.
There you go.
Kothar is going to activate as a bonus action my wraps.
Your wraps. Yep.
My wraps.
So yeah, your wraps burst into flames.
They were. I mean, my hands were already on fire anyways because
Bigger
of
flames,
reduced flame, but
like-
bigger flames.
Bigger
More flames.
More flames.
They're now gone blue.
All the
flames.
flames. And going to. I think I'll get one attack, right?
You get 1 attack plus you're a monk, so you could flurry if you activate.
Yes. Going to attack the one that flew up to them.
Cool.
Ignoring the one slightly. I'm still looking at the key. So.
Yes.
Take
I mean, you can punch while holding the key as well.
Nice. I'm gonna punch them with the hand I'm holding the key with.
Nice.
Ooh.
An
An 8.
It's an 8 to hit.
Yeah.
8 does not hit. They like dodge out of it as you swing out.
Okay.
Mephit 1. I believe that's you. It is. So Mephit 1 is flapping around, real injured, barely holding it together. So in retaliation, they're gonna inhale deeply and breathe all over the Githyanki that just swung at them with a floaty sword. So they are going to use so they do a 15-foot cone, which I believe is just short of hitting the others, so it lands just in front of you guys at the back, so it only covers the barbarian, who needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Which I make it with advantage because of danger sense.
Nice.
Nice.
So you take
And
half
that
as much damage.
is the saving throw. Natural 20.
You crit succeed. So I think that's half damage. And you take 3 total frost damage, or cold damage. And then it just kind of floats there. Oh yeah, now it's got a million other methods to go. So number 5. Yeah, number 5. Number 5 is going to run towards the person holding the key. And they are going to breathe on the monk.
Fun.
So you need to make a dex save of 10.
Dex save. Alright.
You succeed. So you take... Should have made this into a macro. Better. Okay. You take 3 damage as well. Oh no, 4 damage. Round. So that's that one done. Method number 3. Which one are you? Yeah, this one. Number 3 is going to do the same. It's also going to breathe on you. It's going to breathe on this monk a lot.
There it is.
So you need to make another dex save as you're dodging ice breath from every direction. You succeed again. So you take 1 damage. Method number 4. Come on down. 2. Oh, we can just make it.
I'm
He's
sensing.
also.
I'm sensing that these methods don't necessarily like the key holder.
It's possible. So you need to make another dex saving throw. Or take 4 damage.
Excuse me, you can't sit on my lap, I'll die.
So you take 2 whole damage. It's chipping away.
Also, the damage is not correlating to the. Well, hold on. Let me close the sheet and reopen it. It's not.
Oh, is it not putting through from the sheet?
It's not updating to the sheet. It's fine. We can fix it later.
Yeah. Kothar. Save. There you go. That should fix it. Right. And then method number 2 is also gonna flap its way over to the key holder and breathe on you.
Of course they are.
One more deck save. And you succeed with that as well. And take
Suck
2
it,
more
method.
damage. There we go. There are any methods, they don't really do much else.
I know.
And then it's Maris's turn.
Well, y'all moved out of anywhere that I could do any charging at you.
You're in range of charging. You have a 40 foot, 40 yard.
10, 35. It's 45 feet.
Yeah. But you can go diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, I could do it that way then, sorry. Oh no, so I have to have it's 30 feet in a straight line. And if I go over here, then it's not 30 feet.
I mean, I'd say you could do a charge if you wanted to, because you could just run past Viren at a diagonal straight angle. The world is not squares.
To this one? To this one?
Yeah, so you could charge that one if you wanted to do your charge maneuver.
Let's charge!
Cool.
Charge!
Are you actually charging or are you float charging?
Both.
Like, I'm gonna kick it in the face though.
Okay.
Jesus!
24 definitely hits.
Why did it do my damage too?
Because you didn't turn.
We
Your
need to
sheet
put it in
doesn't have it
brackets to
turned on.
macro it, I think.
No, you just have to turn it on the sheet.
It's on the sheet. So I clicked it. That's okay. I can.
Just click on the hooves. Click on the word hooves in the chat.
There we go.
4 bludgeoning damage.
4.
And then M, to get that to turn on automatically on your sheet, the little gear on the right hand side, next to spells,
Oh, I see.
auto roll.
Cool. So you run forward, you front kick this method into the other method behind it. And it now has a hoof-shaped mark on its chest. But it's still floating there. But now glaring at you, and not the monk that's completely surrounded by methods.
It's okay.
Oh, you know.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Saskia.
I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt at, I believe it's number 1.
The one by Viren or Chris.
Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
I can do that.
Hey, you hit.
And,
And how much damage? 10.
10.
You shoot it, the bolt goes straight through, and it puffs into little snow cloud that drifts down to the ground. And the
Adorable.
method is no more. Boop. One method down. I think you get a bonus action as well.
Bonus action. I can't attack.
Or you
as a
can
monk.
move.
I'm just gonna move right.
No. Only,
Yeah,
only a monk.
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Cool. Okay, so it's Viren's turn. The method in front of you just exploded into ice shards, and you can see the monk currently dodging ice attacks from every direction.
Okay. I am going to walk with my hands behind my back towards this one. The great sword dripping method blood behind me is going to float up and take a slash at this one.
Yep.
I am not going to do that recklessly.
Does not be hit with advantage by 3 people.
19 to hit for 16 damage.
Ooh. So again, you slash straight through it, almost cutting off a wing, and it starts bleeding like this thin blue liquid as it drips into the floor and turns instantly into ice on the floor. But it's still just about floating around.
All right,
But it's severely wounded. Move number 6. They didn't get to ice attack last time, so Tonya, make a dex save.
Holy shit, I failed it.
Take 6 whole damage.
Oh.
6 cold damage.
Okay.
That's their turn. That's it. That's all they got.
That's all I got. Alright. Let's see here. That is a 15-foot cone.
Dan, did the other creatures in that cone have to make those as well?
No, because they are.
I think they're immune to ice.
They kind of like cold damage.
Yeah, they can like that. Let's see here. Where's my thing? Let's do that. Trying to figure out where this 15-foot cone will hit without hitting anybody else in my group.
Yeah.
That would work. Alright, Kothar is going to take the attacks of opportunity and shift right here. So that's all of them. 4 of them. 4 of them. Because I stayed in one of their range.
Jeez. So they're all gonna make a claw attack.
Misses.
Last one, make a claw attack.
Misses.
They're doing good. They're doing just as well as I thought they would.
That hits.
And the last one.
That one misses.
Okay, so the one that hits takes 7 damage.
Oh shit. That hurt.
When they hit, it's better than the ice breath.
Yeah, it is. Alright. So I'm gonna use one of my key points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. Yeah, it's at least 1 key point for a spell slot, right?
Yep, yeah, it's just 1 key point, yeah.
I am going to Burning Hands. I'll get all of them except for the one right next to
Oh, the one at the end.
Yeah, I'll get the one on the far end next to Viram, but I won't get the one next to Maris.
Maris. There we go.
Where you at? Why are you not doing? You popped up behind, didn't you? God damn it.
Bigger so I can see it without squinting.
That's some bull.
The attack fails. It's too cold. So they will make DC 14 saves, yeah?
Yeah, they all have to make DC 14 saves, except for the one right next to Maris.
Yeah.
With the hoof print in their chest.
They're dex saves, aren't they?
Yeah, dexterity save.
Yeah.
Bastard. I still think it's half damage, though, on a save.
Yeah, I think it's half damage.
Yep, half damage on a save.
The last one.
The puns.
Oh, they full fail. The first 2 succeeded, yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 succeeded, the last 2 failed.
Okay. So the one in front of you explodes into steam right in front of you. The other two did not like that. They took a significant chunk of damage.
Will they remember that?
Probably not. Don't think they're going to live that long. Yeah, so one explodes in front of you, and then the others will take a sizable amount of damage and a steaming from the hit.
Okay. Then I do have my bonus. Oh, I can't deal 3 blows because I didn't actually attack.
No, but you can patient defense or...
Ooh, I can, yeah. I'm gonna do patient defense then.
Cool.
Cause I'm a little
Or
beat...
you can dash.
I'm a little beat up.
A little bit.
Wait,
Just a little bit.
do I even have patient defense?
Number 5. It's alright. I think Chris bought an entire potion store. So.
Oh, I should have done that.
So, number 5. Seeing several friends explode and get kicked in the chest, it's going to come here. There we go. And take a swing at the monk before they explode. That's perfect. Does a 19 hit?
That just hits.
6 damage.
That was
Ping.
so patient defense
Just.
does what now?
Gives disadvantage. So 6 they missed.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's its turn. Number 3. They are going to take a swing at the giant centaur that just attacks them, rudely kick them in the chest when they were just trying to get their key back.
Trying to murder their friends. Oh my
I'm trying to figure out
God.
if I have patient defense though.
You're a monk, you do. It's a generic monk skill.
Oh, I didn't write it down apparently. Whoops.
7 does not hit.
Cool. So swing and a miss. It swipes with its claws and misses the giant centaur in front of it. And then this one will take a swing at the barbarian that just almost exploded its friend.
Let's go, my friend.
Does 18 hit.
18 hits.
It does 5 whole damage as it swipes at you. And then we're back to Varys.
It's a me, Amaris. Okay. I am going to poison spray the one in front of me.
Ooh, go for it.
Oops. I clicked too many times. Use the first one. Not that it matters.
The one directly in front of you, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that a dex save? Or constitution? Just constitution.
Good. Yeah, it's Constitution. I read good.
They fail. They take 6 whole damage.
Mm.
How much was that? 6 damage? Yeah.
As bonus action,
Yes.
I'm going to use one of my energy fonts to heal
Mhm.
my lizard friend.
Hooray.
So,
How much healing does Lizard Friend get?
12.
Ooh, nice. Max heals.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Nope, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah. Oh.
I should have been a D6, not D12. D12 is my
No,
damn.
we'll just count it as a 6. It's fine.
Okay, so
You're off max. It's fine.
6.
I would say we'll have it, but you know.
I need to mark that off somewhere.
And Saskia.
Crossbow bolt. Crossbow bolt, crossbow bolt, crossbow bolt.
Sure. Which one would you like to bolt?
Who has the
if-
most health currently?
The most, the one fighting the monk looks the best right now.
So
Okay, who
that
looks
one.
who looks the least destroyed? Him. Alright.
The one with the footprint in its face.
It's that one.
Footprint, sorry.
Furthest north one.
6 misses.
Damn.
So it flies right past it as it's spinning around in the
Lame.
dark.
A little bit closer, but not much.
Okay. And then Viren gets to stand there while his sword doesn't work.
All right. I will swing again, recklessly this time.
Yep. Which one are you swinging at? Left or right?
Do the one right in front of me
Okay. You slam down, cleave it in half, and it just explodes into ice.
for 15
Gone.
damage.
Oh yeah, it's dead. Super dead. You just cleave straight through it like it was nothing. And it
Tonya,
turns
you
into
get
a
one
bug.
temporary hit point. I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
Ooh. Method number 6. This one is dead. Method number 6. So the one next to it. That's going to take a swing at the person killing its friends. So it does. Ooh, does a 17 hit. Baron.
Yes.
And that does 5 damage. 3 slashing, 2 cold. And that's their turn. Back to Kothar.
Alrighty. Kothar is going to use, let me double check this real quick. Oh, that's a bonus. Haha!
Monks, they have all the things.
No, this is a Lizardfolk thing.
Oh, nice. Consume method. Oddly specific.
Nom, nom, nom.
It's a Bowie.
He was trying to murder me earlier, especially since my eye is itching so badly I want to scratch out my face.
Oh, it's temporary hit
So I
points,
need
so
to make sure it is extra.
I thought I got back regular hit points, not temporary. Boo! That's alright.
You got regular hit point. Oh, on your thing. I was like, wait. You had 6 hit points and then one temporary.
Yeah. I'm still gonna do it though. So I am going to, Kothar's gonna make a bite attack against the
Yep.
one just to his northeast.
Yep, in front of it.
Yep.
Oh.
An 18.
Well then. Definitely hits.
So 7 piercing.
Nom nom nom.
Nom, nom, nom.
And then
You bite down and severely wound it.
and then as my bonus action, I'm going to use Hungry Jaws. Since I bit into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is you can make a bonus action, make a special attack with your bite. If the attack hits, it deals normal damage and you gain temporary hit points equal to my
Minimum. Equal to your damage?
equal to my
equal to your Constitution
con.
modifier.
Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. There we go. So I guess I get to make another bite attack. It sounds like
Yep.
14.
Definitely hits. You
So
do 3 damage.
3 damage and then 3 temporary hit points. So I now have a total of 4 temporary hit points.
Nice. So that method is still alive, but you basically just bit off one of its arms. And are now currently consuming it.
I mean, it's like a lollipop, or not a lollipop, but like one of those push, the frozen push
Yeah,
things,
it's
the
like
flavored. Just no flavor. It's just method. it's method flavored.
Method flavor.
So that one-arm method is going to take, with its remaining claw, it's going to swing back at you
That misses.
for 18. Where's my... That's I remember. 18 is your arm class 19, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, cool. Yep, so it swings.
I
and just
I
sort of
deflect
scratches
it
across
with its
your
own
scales.
arm.
Yep. Yeah, and that's its turn. And then number 3 is going to take a swipe at the centaur.
Rogue.
I know, right? You come in here, steal its key, kill its friends.
Oof.
Almost now, almost. So does 20 hit?
Yes.
You take 6 damage. And then it's your turn. Can you also bite and consume it?
I can't. I would try, but.
Nom, just going it.
Num num.
Start looking at it like a sugar cube.
I just want to see something.
Aw. Little ginger cat, a butterfly landed on my deck, and it was like, ooh, something to hunt.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, I made a poor life choice. That's okay.
mistake I made.
Mistakes were made. It's not that big of a deal, but I was thinking fairy fire worked more like a workout. It does not. I'm going to attack the one that's in front of me with poison again.
Poison spray. Cool.
Poison spray. Poison spray.
Okay, con save.
Oof.
Is it going to roll the con? There we go. It fails.
Yay!
It takes, was that 12 damage?
Yeah.
That is just enough.
Yay! Bye!
It dissolves into water on the floor.
It's just water on the floor. Just
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it dissolved?
Let's go try it.
Do
That's
you have a bonus action? Or
No, I'll save my dice.
Cool. Saskia?
Crossbow bolt.
Which one?
Uh,
Left or right?
Left.
Okay. It's
She hit.
definitely hits. Oh, so close. A bolt goes straight through its other arm, moving both arms, but it's still floating, looking unimpressed, clinging on to be alive.
I'm not gonna move.
And then Burn.
Okay, northeast method,
Yep.
great sword, reckless attack,
Reckless. Yeah.
15 to hit,
And yep, that hits.
12 slashing.
12. That is exactly the amount you need. So that smashes through, and it again explodes into ice, and snow softly falls down.
And I'm going to menacingly walk up behind the method right there.
It's poor Mephit.
Ah.
It's got no arms. It's a Kothar.
And it's
You
being
have-
flanked. So
Yep.
my wraps are still active. So I'm gonna take a punch at it.
The one-
It's a natural 20.
It is dead.
But I want to make a dex save to see if it also gets on fire.
Nope, dex save. Oof.
Oh no.
It natural fails. It crit fails. How would you like to do this, Tonya? Just for
I would
one
like.
hit point Mephit with no arms.
I would like to with the key still in hand.
Mhm.
Punch into its chest, and like it stops because it's ice, and because it's my wraps are on fire, I'm just gonna melt right through it.
Nice. You melt through it, and it just turns into steam. So as you destroy that last one for only what 20 seconds of combat, whatever that was,
Yeah.
you notice at the end, while you're holding this key, that a blue door starts to shimmer at the opposite end of the cave.
All right, I will. Kothar will walk towards the door
Okay.
and touch it without the key hand to see if it's solid or not.
Nope, your hand just goes straight through it.
All right. And motion for the rest of the group to, well,
Do I trap them?
can we take a short rest?
You can.
Good. I'm gonna use some hit dice.
Does anyone want to take watch, or are you just still going to take a short rest?
I can take watch.
I will sit and sharpen my sword, taking watch, I guess, and
I think that's good.
use as well.
All right. So I used
Cool.
one.
Yep. Roll hit dice for anyone who wants it. And whoever's keeping watch, roll a perception check.
18.
So you notice while you're cleaning your sword and looking around that around the room, ice is starting to very, very slowly form back up into crystals on the ground. But currently they're really small, only about an inch high. But they are starting to grow back out the ground where they all died.
Oh no.
But it looks like it takes a while.
So if we're hearing this right, Kothar's going to think oh, so they reform into the pillars, so all the pillars are going to be clustered right near that fucking key.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, right next to the pestle is now a circle of spikes. Yep, so you finish short rest. There's nothing else happens. The door is still active. You're free to continue.
Okay. Away we go.
We.
And let's fix Chris's thing again, actually.
Just save it to a sheet and then drag it up from that previous.
I've done that 3 times and it's just not working.
Well, stop failing at
Right,
it.
there we go. So, we'll drag you guys into the map. It will let me.
It says no.
Remove all. Yes, I want to remove the turn list.
Oh, you close it, so now it's just gonna look weird.
Oh.
I usually just leave it open.
I mean, I can just leave it.
That way I can just leave it up in that corner so that there's nothing up there.
Right, so there we
Yay.
go. It comes back. Alright, so. Pop you down.
There we go.
Oh, we're down there.
Oof. Yes, you are down here.
Here.
Yeah. And then.
Whoa. Whoa.
Need to adjust the side.
I believe my produce flame might. I would kick it back
Yeah,
up
your
again.
juice flame's still going. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add light because we changed this since last time.
So is
you
my
can
light.
see it's still-
Oops, I didn't click on it, but there it is.
Okay.
Oh look, it's a garden.
20.
It's a Maggie.
And just in case we'll add it to yours as well.
Oh,
What's everyone's regular size? It's like 30, isn't it? Oh no, 60.
I was at 24.
Because so you come out, you enter through another door, and it's like you walk into spring. You walk into lush grass around. There's still stone pebbles below you, but it all eventually fades into grass. There are flowers dotted around, red ones, yellow ones, a few mixed coloured ones that kind of like a bluish yellow, some orange ones, and then there's just a wall of trees in front of you, and a hedge, a huge hedge that sits behind it, with 2 trees lining the pathway that kind of goes in between a pair of trees. But it's lovely, it's springtime, it's nice and warm compared to the cave you just came out of. You get scents of flowers that are constantly changing, so you're getting loads and loads of different aromas that just constantly change and are very pleasant.
Smells.
So yeah, so you're now in a gut.
Okay.
I want to walk here and eat this flower.
You walk over and eat a flower.
Yeah, it's good.
Which kind of flower are you eating?
It looks red.
Red. You start chewing on it, and it kind of tastes like a red apple,
Yes, I'm so excited.
but it's just a flower. No. Yeah. So you're just out in the open. You're kind of standing at the edge of a field,
I
looking
can
into.
kind of see back now and see that if there's like some more room and.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. You have got, because it's still daylight. You can actually see through the gap in the trees, and you can see a fence in the background, and then like a gold platform just about through this thin bar. But these bars go 20 feet up in the air. So now you wish you'd take your short rest here.
I'm gonna ask the others what they think we should do.
I'm gonna walk up into the trees a little bit and see what I see.
Okay. So you walk forward, and you can see a bit clearer through the gate, and you can see it's a gold pedestal, almost like an altar, and you can see an object sitting on top of it. It's not producing any light like the previous one, but you can see there's an item through it. But you just about see it through the bars, and then you see a turning to your left and a turning to your right that continue through the hedges.
Alright, I will let the others know that there is some sort of altar straight ahead.
Alright. I'm gonna step up there and look as well.
Okay. Are you walking to like the junction so you can see down both?
Yeah, I'll step up to the junction.
Okay. So you look down the left one, and it goes down a good like 30 feet. It's just hedges all the way down, and then you see what looks like a T-junction at the end. And then you look right, you see a slightly shorter path, but that also goes down and has two other paths flanking either side.
And the gate in front of me is closed?
It's it's more like a fence than a gate, I should say. So it's not a doorway, but you can see kind of the center piece.
How
And
tall
you
is
look
it?
like how tall was it?
Yeah, how tall is the
It's about
fence?
30 feet.
30 feet?
tall. So all the hedges go straight up. All 30
Okay,
feet.
so like climbing this is not going to be so feasible.
I mean, you could try. You could certainly. It's probably something you, as a monk, could probably try and get over. Yeah.
Across the way, though, I can see that there is an entrance to where this gold thing is that doesn't have a gate.
Opposite. Just so look past the altar, you can see that there's a clear entrance.
And what is
with
the
no
thing
gates at
that
all.
Maris is standing next to?
Where's this thing? On the ground.
I can cast Spider Climb on anybody.
Oh, it's just it's just like rocks and things on the ground.
Okay.
Oh, spider climb.
Well, Maris has the she's floating anyways. How high can she float?
4 feet. That's not 30.
Out of curiosity, would spider climb work on a centaur?
Yeah, I mean, she's got less than 8 legs. I wonder if you had more than 8 legs, does it stop working at 8?
So I can climb? I would be able to go on the gate over it?
Yeah. You just have like
Up, down, and across vertical surfaces and along the ceilings.
Yeah, good fight time. You can just walk over it.
Quick, let's get a ladder.
Do you want to be a scooter pony?
Yes, hold on 1 second, there we go. Let's go back over there. Before I spooter pony, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on the altar.
You cast Fairy Fire, but it settles on the altar, and shimmers around a key that's there, but doesn't reveal anything else.
Okay. It's purple.
It's a purple. It's now a purple key that's sitting on the altar, and it's a purple altar. So, Spooder Pony, would you like to climb the wall?
Yeah.
Funny.
Spooder Pony.
Yeah.
Spooder Pony. Spooder Pony.
Are you going to stop at the top, or just jump straight over?
I'm gonna jump over.
Okay, so you go up. As you get to the top, you can see out that there's hedges in every direction for about 50 feet. Those that eventually, some of them seem to converge into the center chamber, and then you walk down, and you're now in the center chamber, and everyone else is on the outside.
I would also like to climb over or attempt to climb over this gate.
Yep. Make either an acrobatic or athletic, depending on you're trying to climb it.
Unless you can try and climb and move over, so I'm not in the way. Ow.
Well, they're both the same, so I'm gonna do acrobatics. I'm gonna try to, like, parkour this shit.
Yeah, go for it.
Parkour up 30 feet.
It's
Fine. Nope.
Very good to do it, but you notice when you grab the bars, it almost repels you when you grab it,
Ooh.
and it kind of pushes you back off.
And Maris didn't feel it when she spider climbed over it?
Nope, when she spooder climbed it, she seemed fine.
I'm gonna pick up the key.
Okay. You pick up the key, and you hear a portal open, and when you look behind you, where your friends are, you see a portal instead of a gate, but they still see a gate that they can see through.
Okay. So, the key makes a portal on this side. Can you guys see the portal?
No, they can't. They can see you looking at them.
Okay.
What portal?
Alright. So I think we have to figure out a way for you guys to get on this other side if you can't come.
Get map.
So if I look to Kothar looks to their right. I know you said the T-junction to the left. What do I see? What do they see to the right?
Same. It's just a shorter pathway, but another T-junction.
Okay.
It's got a path left and right.
Well, and then if I look through this gate, I can see that there is a gate there to the left and a gate to the right, but it looks like there's a path continuing on past the one to the left.
Yes, on the opposite side, there's a path that continues outwards without a blockage.
Kothar just sees Maris walk up to the entrance without a gate, and they yell, or they ask, "What do you see on that side? Which directions can you?"
So she can also see a T-junction going left and right.
Okay. I think I have to go up a little bit more.
Yeah, there you go. So you can see a path that goes left and a path that goes right.
Okay. So. It's either a very easy maze
Or a very hard maze.
or a very hard maze.
It's like, you go one way, I'll go the other. We'll meet in the middle.
Yeah. I'm gonna suggest that. I'm gonna suggest Kothar will go right, Viren go left,
And I'll
Saska go
start
wherever
going
she wants to go.
the back way.
When they never found each other again. Okay.
All right. See you on the other side.
Where's our friend? Our other friend needs to come with us.
Saska's just hanging out in gun.
Yeah.
I'm Paul Viren.
Saska's like, you guys are crazy. I'm gonna go upstairs. Where are you guys?
I
Hello?
feel like I should be making perception checks as I walk through this maze.
Yeah, just find you walk everywhere. It's fine. First, you find a suit of armor with a sword and shield standing in a dead end.
Well,
Does the sword and shield look different than the suit of armor?
It looks like a statue,
Oh, I passed that.
but made of metal.
Hmm.
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 Hmm. I wanna go walk backwards a little bit from it.
Hmm.
It's so funny just watching multiple people explore a maze independently of each other. Kothar, you discovered a well in a small clearing in that last bit you went to.
I don't care about the well. Hey, look! I found the altar.
Hey,
You did?
Do I see a portal?
the portal is open.
Fuck
Hey,
that
I
shit,
found
Emma.
friend. Alright, we have to go get our other friend.
Seska's just still chilling out at the start.
They
Just chilling in the
just,
flowers.
following Baron. Yeah.
Alright,
Just
so
eat
I'm
the
right-
flowers. They taste good.
Come this way, we found the exit. To our friend. Seska,
to our succubus friend.
succubus friend.
Sucking all the flowers.
We found
Which
the
flower
exit.
do you? Which flower do you eat?
Were there yellow ones?
There were.
I'm gonna eat a yellow flower.
What do succubus? Do they eat emotions or?
And apparently they eat flowers. But
I mean, but like, what food do they desire?
life force, I thought.
Yeah. So you bite into it and you get a really sweet flavor that reminds you of eating a lustful thought.
The fucked up garden.
It is.
Alright, I'm gonna walk towards the gate at least, so I can be somewhat a part of this.
So Baron's staring at a suit of armor. Monk's just given up and just gone to the altar and sat down.
I'm waiting for our succubus friend to take her back to
I'm here.
the to take her into the entrance
There's
or the altar.
There's
I don't wanna
a
mess with any of
well.
this.
There's a well, and I guess up there and other stuffs and things.
Hi.
So you're just going to walk, because you now know the way, one of the many ways in, you're just going to walk straight into the altar room.
Yeah, I can't make
And
my
no-
token go anywhere.
It's because you're
You're not
blocked.
gonna
No, it won't make go anywhere. I'm stuck between. Yeah. Yay!
There we go. Okay. So you're in the center room. There's a golden purple altar in the center now, and a portal on the original gate that you originally looked through.
Ooh.
Do you want to just walk straight through the portal?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leap through the fucking floor.
Sure. Let's do this.
You leap through the portal, and the first thing you notice is the sound of thunderous applause.
Hey.
Beneath your feet is a sandy dirt, and you've got wooden beamed walls either side of you, and a steel gate right in front of you.
A steel cage.
A gate. Steel gate, like a pull gate.
Okay.
And then outwards, you can see through the gate from where you just stepped through, you can see a sandy opening and a wooden arena outwards with hundreds of kobolds cheering.
Oh.
I bow with the little dragon people.
And let's
Oh,
move
this
to
is I think
to
this
this
is my. I
last
think
map.
this is my card.
yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
that
was like,
the last key you've got has like a little flower etched into the key,
yay.
like one of the flowers you ate. So
Nom 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 nom.
Ah.
So you're currently this bit. There's a cage barring you, and as you look out, the cage slowly starts to lift, and you hear the cheers just erupt, and you just hear swell, 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 and that's all you can hear.
What is it?
Swell,
Swole.
swell.
Swole.
Cheering swell over and over and over again.
You might have to spell that because you're British, is making it hard to understand.
SWOL.
Typic.
Swole. Okay.
Yep. They are indeed swell. The gate opens and an empty arena awaits you.
I didn't block this.
Yeah. And as you walk out, you realize that you're actually underground. So you're actually underground, but it's lit by torches held by all the kobolds that light up this giant cavern where the sandy pit has been built.
Oh no.
And on the opposite side, you can see another cage that doesn't seem to have anything in at the moment. And there's a set of doors behind it.
Alright, Kothar will move out to there.
Okay.
And I assume the darker brown is the elevated
It's
up
the
where we
upper
can see
level.
the kobolds.
Yeah, that's the upper level where all the kobolds are.
Okay.
So that's there's a 25 foot kind of wall that's made of wood, and then that's got the stands on where there's just hundreds of kobolds going nuts, cheering, shaking their torches.
Okay. And there were 3 claw marks in the middle of the lighter colored circle on my card.
Oh, wow.
No.
Hmm.
No. I'm gonna brace myself with my shield and hang out where I am.
I'm just gonna stay here. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
So-
Everyone is going to step out and join Kothar.
So as you walk out, the kobolds are cheering. They're going nuts, and they start throwing little bones into the arena, kind of like in celebration.
Little what?
Little
Bones.
bones.
Little
Little bones,
bones?
like chicken bones. Just like throwing those into the arena.
How high are the kobolds from us?
Oh, they start like at the top. Right, they're like leaning over the wall to see who's coming into this arena.
But how high is that section from where we are?
20 feet.
20 feet?
It's 20 feet up, and then there's like a little 5 foot little railing. It's about a foot, maybe 2 foot high, that they're like leaning over. And then there's just like the stands go up, like you're in an arena.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not that far from. We're just like slightly sunken into the ground.
Oh no.
Guess I'm gonna step into the middle arena.
Okay. So you step into the center, and everything goes hush. Everyone goes silent, and you can just hear the anticipation from the crowd as you hear a roar in the background, and the cage on the opposite side lifts, but nothing is on the other side. And then over the stands instead, above the gate, this giant, almost dragon-like creature jumps over from the top and lands in the center of the arena.
That's hardcore.
In front of you is an 8-foot tall kobold, and then the the eruption of cheers goes up again, and they start screaming "swall" once again. And then you hear a kobold from the stand that's in regalia, dressed up. He has candles on his shoulders, lit in this cave, to show his importance. And in I'll say you all speak like bestial common in this area. And you hear him scream, "New challengers approach. Can they defeat Swell?" And then everyone starts screaming "Swell," just screaming at the top of their lungs. And then Swell, the Swellbold, starts just beating his chest, and around his neck, hanging off a chain, you see a key. As he just starts to scream into the sky. Roll initiative.
No.
As we're rolling initiative,
Uh-huh.
in Draconic,
Yes.
Kothar will say to Swole, "Your meat just like the rest of them."
Swallow just starts shouting, meat, 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 meat. That's it.
No, I didn't select my damn token. I can't select
no.
my damn token.
Where's his initiative on this special sheet?
Now I can select my token. Do you want me to reroll or do you want me to leave it how it was? I don't know how to.
Oh no, it's fine.
You can reroll, and then you can just click on the number that
Then
you
you can
rolled
just
and
change
change
it.
it.
Yeah.
Not that there's a huge difference, but.
Do they have a regular insight? I'm using the custom character sheet, like monster sheet for this. So where is it? Oh, down here.
The Swobold. That's pretty good.
Swole.
Swole the Swobold. He's not that small.
Oh.
He's not that fast either.
So
Maris. You're up
Maris is
first. Yep.
Oh.
You see this giant kobold beating his chest armor, taking in the admiration from the crowd.
Hold on, I'm looking at my shapes.
Looking at your shapes.
Yeah.
I would like to be a cube.
I wanted to be a goat, but apparently goats got buffed.
I wanted to be food.
There wasn't a quarter now, CR of 4. They are now CR a half. I cannot be a goat.
Turn into a baby goat.
A fainting goat.
The literal lamb to the kobold slaughter.
Oh no.
Just become a fainting goat. They're probably not that.
Just walk out and just
fall over.
done.
That's my turn.
Alright, I'm gonna turn into an axe beak. Unless you'll let me turn into a blink dog. That's the only thing. Alright, so I'm an axe beak now. I'm an axe beak now.
Act that way.
I
You're
can't
an
fly.
axe beak that can't fly. So you
Yeah, axe beaks can't fly. And I'm going to use my movement. Now I have axe beak movement to.
You're actually slower as an axe beak, I think.
No, I have 50 as axe beak. I'm gonna go over here. Not that it really matters. I'm going to go over here. There we go. And that's my turn because I have not circled up the moon.
Oh. Viren, it's your turn.
It should be Tonya's turn.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, why is...
Oh yeah, you have to hit the sword.
Boom. No, wrong one.
There we go.
There we go. And then jump forward. Go for it. There we go.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna step up to him. And I'm gonna do what a monk do. I'm not gonna activate my Rhapsody because I want to save that key point. And we're just gonna punch him. Real hard, maybe. No, we're not.
You punch the sheets of metal that form its ragged armor and just smack into metal.
We're gonna take patient defense.
It's like a Jackie Chan film. Now it's Viren's go.
Okay, I'm going to walk up,
Mm-hmm.
and the great sword is going to float behind me and take a swing. We're gonna
Yep.
do recklessly today
Nice.
with an 8.
Ooh. You avoided that crit with a 2. The crit fail. You, just like Kothar before you, the blade swings down and just hits metal, solid armor. Barely scratches it.
Okay.
And
For bonus action, I am going to nothing. I'm good.
you stand stoically.
Yes.
Oh, I got my key point back. Okay.
Saskia, it is your go.
Crossbow. 16 hit. Or whatever.
It does hit.
Nice.
Oh.
You do 5 damage. So you shoot, you find a gap amongst this random scrap metals hanging out and just dig straight into the scaled skin. But it's just sticking out and it doesn't seem to care.
Oh, I'm gonna rescind that. I'm not gonna use patient defense
Okay.
because it uses a key point. I didn't realize that. I don't have any key points.
Alright. So it's Swobold's turn. He's gonna swipe down and smash the bolt that's sticking out of his chest. Just to snap it off. And he is going to, which round do I do this? Against the Githyanki that's standing in front of him, the floaty blade. It looks shiny, so he's going to swing at that. So he's going to do a slam attack. So Swobold Smash does a 16 hit.
A 16 just hits.
Okay, so it does 9 bludgeoning damage. I should probably take the whisper off this, so you can see it as well. Also, because you are less than a large creature, make a DC. What's this? Make a strength save.
I picked the right creature.
23. You. So he slams down with both hands and grabs your shoulders, but you manage to shake off before he can pick you up with them. But you still take the damage at the slam. And that's his turn. Just slams down onto your shoulders.
What was the damage for the slam?
9. I can go take out the whisper section of that. And then it's Maris's go again.
Okay. I am going to go here and peck him.
You peck.
A peck.
To peck.
16.
16 hits. What peck
Okay.
damage do they do?
This is my pecking damage. 1d8 plus 2. It's actually slashing damage. Because he gets an axe.
Yes.
For peek. It doesn't matter. She doesn't care. 7.
7. Being so short, you axe straight into his ankle, dig and find a gap between the scales.
I'm a large beast.
Oh, you're large. Into wherever you like. He is large though. He's like 8-9 feet tall.
I don't know how tall it is. I just know I'm a large beast. So I will peck him in the back. Nah.
You ask him a question. Kothar.
So if Maris is axe beak and axe beast is large, does that mean that both Viren and I get flanking?
Yeah. I mean, he's a large creature, so standing opposite side.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Because, you know.
I mean, both of these spaces.
Yeah, technically you are. Alright, I'm going to make a punch again. We're Let's see what happens.
There we go. Now you're large.
Whee!
That is a 23 to hit.
Yes, 23 hits. 6 damage.
6 bludgeoning. I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Go for it.
Is it just one extra attack?
I thought is it 2 or is it 1 at this level?
I don't remember.
I think flurry's 1.
Let's find out.
I have a song in my head.
Two
now.
unarmed strikes is a bonus attack. So it's
go.
2 attacks. Okay, cool. Where you at, flurry blows? There you go. 22 to hit.
Hits.
Easy 4 bludgeoning. And... Yeah.
6 does not. 666. Oh no.
It's a good number.
It is.
Good luck, Viren.
So you find better spots this time. You avoid the metal and manage to punch around to do some damage with your blows.
Okay.
But it kind of likes the fire.
I'm not active. I don't have it activated.
I thought you had the light on. No. Oh yeah, would have turned off now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So it is now Viren's go.
Okay, so after taking that smash damage, I am going to go into my battle trance and rage, and we are going to attack recklessly again.
Mm-hmm.
25 to hit,
Ooh.
That does hit.
or 18 slashing.
Nice.
Very nice.
And give me one moment here. And filled with that bloodlust, I am going to slip into a frenzy, and with my bonus action, attack him again.
Yeah, go for it.
Reckless as well. 21 to hit
And
for
it's
14 slashing.
14. Nice. Okay. So you do huge. You cleave in. This time you almost dislodge one of the metal plates that makes up his armor, and it starts swinging down by one chain. And you can see the key hanging much more clearly, but you draw significant blood. He roars, and you see blood start pouring down out of his chest.
Blood starts to trickle from down my nose.
Nice. Oh no! And it is Satya's go.
Crossbow.
24 hits.
Okay.
You can't see none of that.
You stick another bolt out of him. Do you have any bonus actions or movement that you want to do?
Gonna move a little closer, I guess. Not that I can, apparently, but...
Is it not letting you move?
Nope, I had to be full screen to move, apparently.
Yeah, I'm doing weird stuff with the not being full screen.
Strange.
Yeah, Roll20's been having some issues lately.
Yeah, it was real bad yesterday.
Yeah, like we
I think
couldn't
some
even
people are
get
using
in.
it right now. It's everyone's off.
Yep. Everybody's in isolation.
Alright. It's on Swalwell's turn. He roars, and you hear the crowd erupt again, seeing the sight of blood. They go into a frenzy, and they start throwing stuff into the arena. Let's see. So they're going to make 2 attacks by throwing javelins into the arena. Let's see who they hit. So I'm just going to go left to right. So Sketch will be 1, Burn will be 2, Kothar 3, 4. So the first one is going to target.
I tried since he was trying to sit on my lap.
It's going to target no one. Well,
Shoot on my own with it.
is that one? There we go. So first one's going to hit Saskia,
Oh, I'll target him.
and the second one is going to hit Farron.
Mhm.
It's alright, there are any kobolds. I did an equals instead of a plus. Apparently a crit success is automatic if you do that.
You still rolled a 1.
So the first one rolls an 8 to hit, and the second one rolls a 10 to hit. So both of those
Don't hit.
completely miss, just land in the dirt around you. And then the Swobold, he's gonna scream and make another slam attack onto Viren, who just ravaged him. So it's his slam. Bam. He rolled. There's a 22 hit.
Yes.
You take 11 bludgeoning damage, and need to make another strength saving throw. So 13. So he slams down, but this time his hands get purchased, and he starts to crush you with his giant
Isn't it-
clawed hands.
Isn't it 16?
It's 16.
Oh, so 16. Oh,
Yeah,
you get
because-
advantage.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Because of what? Oh, because of his rage.
No, because flanky.
No, he gets advantage because of rage.
Oh, yeah.
He's raging because barbarian. So he starts to crush you, but again, you manage to shake him off before he can pick you up. And
Bloody, toothy smile, just smiling back at him.
oh, I didn't realize this. It's actually an automatic grapple.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It's actually to escape on your turn. Whoops. Oh well, let's do real crush. So he does crush. So he gets the second attack. I didn't realize it was an automatic grapple. So 24 does hit with the grapple once he's got it. Wait, no, 24 damage? That doesn't seem right. Oh no, 24 damage from the crush is what you take. I thought that was the hit roll.
I'm very confused.
Oh yeah, I can't show you.
And what kind of damage is it?
It's bludgeoning. So I think you take half damage.
Yes.
So you take 12 damage total as his claws crush down on your shoulders, and you are considered grappled. And that's his turn. Yeah, and there's Maris.
Me.
It's a you.
I will peck at him. That does not hit anything.
No, you have advantage. You have advantage.
You have advantage though.
Oh.
Roll again. That does not hit either.
Oh.
It's worth a try.
So you bounce off. His tail is swinging as he does the crush and just knocks your attack away as you swing in. Kothar.
How's Swobold looking as far as?
Not great. He
Not
took
great.
like some serious chunky hits there.
Okay.
Is he still looking swole?
He's still looking swell.
Good.
He somehow has rippling muscles through the scales. You just can't figure out how. His scales are rippling.
Alright, I'm gonna do punch.
Punch. Pop.
20 to hit.
20 does hit.
Alright.
You do 5 damage.
5 bludgeoning, and then as my bonus action, I'm gonna do a Hungry Jaws.
Go for it.
Bite, 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 bite. Where are you? 21 to hit.
21 hits.
4 piercing.
Okay. So you bite down and start digging into him as he's grappling. And he's looking like he's starting to get weak. He's raging, but he's looking like he's starting to get really weak. As he's bleeding a lot now.
Quick question about temporary hit points. How long do those generally last?
It's spell specific, or if they don't have, then it's till your next long rest, I believe.
Okay,
There's
so
no-
then I
there's no
have
spelling.
6. I lost probably your temporary hit point, but I should have 6 from my 2 bites. Okay.
Nice. Cool. Baron, you are grappled. You did pass last time, so I'll just say you break free automatically.
Okay. Not going to move anyway, so that's not terrible condition to have. And it's not like I need my arms to swing my sword, so I'll be doing that. The first one, 25 to hit.
Yep. How would you like to do this?
Jesus.
16 damage? Okay. While I am in the Swobold's grasp, the sword is going to float behind him and float behind the Swobold and just sort of float above its head and just plunge straight downwards.
Nice. So the sword just goes straight through, because it's so big, it almost makes it all the way through, splitting his head in half. As he goes, the grip around you goes limp, and he slumps to the ground, to the side, and all the kobolds go silent.
And
For a
I'm
few
going
seconds.
to bend down and rip the key and the chain from around its neck.
Nice. So as soon as you take the key, they all start shouting again, and they just start throwing stuff at you. So they just start those javelins they were throwing in. All of them just start throwing javelins at you. Just loads, but they're all screaming. So they seem happy, but you took the key. So they're also not that happy that you took the key. But as soon as you take the key in your hand, you see the gate that opened opposite where you started. The door in the background, it's one of the stones next to it starts to glow. So there's a set of double doors, and from looking forward, you can see like a thing glowing here. Who's holding the other keys?
I've got one.
Kothar, you're holding a key. You can see one of them glowing as well.
I have a key,
You can see one glowing as well.
and then
You
I
see two
gave
glowing.
my first key to Baron because it was his card.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
well, then
so
I'll
Baron can see
do-
two of them glowing. Yeah.
So I'll give Saskia the one I just pulled off.
Yay.
Yay.
Now we all keep to the power of friendship, right?
Yeah.
So the key that you just took off, the key looks like a talon from a kobold, like a giant talon that just makes up the key.
Can I trade with Saskia?
Yeah, let's trade these.
Okay.
So
I'm
keys-
a bird.
My key was your card, I think.
Yep.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have time to harvest something off this kobold?
You would, but they're throwing javelins at you right now. So you would have to take a couple of rounds of javelin throws.
I'm cool with that.
I'm gonna turn back into myself.
Okay. So we'll keep going through the turn order. Saskia. Now your turn. You can see. Oh no, and the Spear wants to run to the door.
Well, I'm gonna blow raspberries at the dead Swobolt, and then I'm gonna run to the door.
And I assume you're going to place your key in your glowing area. So yeah, your key activates one of the locks, and you see like and what was an invisible bar suddenly come into view and slide open.
Fancy.
Mhm. And then it would have been Swobold's turn, so they're gonna seeing as you just took the key, they're gonna start throwing their javelins at the barbarian. Let's see, how many do they throw? They threw one. Can they even hit the barbarian? 15, does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Ooh. How much do I put? Let's see, what's that damage? I don't think it's much. Yeah. So you take 5 whole damage. And then it's Maris's turn.
It's me. I have to use an action to become a me again. And become medium-sized again.
Okay. And are you going to move to the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oop. There you go, medium-sized.
Woo.
So you place your key in, and again, another bolt appears and slides open.
Yay.
Kothar, are you going to try and grab some scales, or are you going to go open a door?
Yeah. I am going to specifically attempt to... let's see what the skill was. Cunning Artisan. I want to cut out the 2 largest fangs
Mm-hmm.
from this kobold. And how
Yep.
big would you say the thigh is?
Big.
So like
Meaty.
shield size is what you're saying.
Well, it's made of individual skulls. But if
No. His flesh, the skin.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like loads of little scales, so you would have to take. I don't think you would have the time to carve out a whole chunk and take fangs. You could try and take a leg, but that would be pretty hard to like rip off a giant kobold leg, even when he's dead. Especially when you don't have any bladed weapons.
I do have a massive sword.
You do.
I couldn't find this earlier. Found it now. I do have my leatherworking tools.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you got the working tools. Yeah, I'd say you can go for one or the other. You've only got 6 seconds
Balls.
because it's in turn order, or you can just sit there for ages and make
I'll
everyone wait.
take a leg. I'll take a leg.
You can try and take the whole thing, yeah.
I'm gonna try and take the whole damn thing.
I'm
I'm gonna ask Viren for his weapon real quick. Can I borrow you? Do you have a weapon smaller than that, like a dagger? Oh, it just says I need a blade. So
Yeah,
it's a
you've got a
dagger
blade.
or
Then you'll have a blade.
No, I can use leatherworking tools because it says a dagger
Yeah.
or appropriate artisan tools such as leatherworking. Okay.
But you don't have that much time, so I'm not sure. A dagger's not going to go through.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna
let's
use
first
the
go faster.
I'm gonna use the leatherworking tools, and I'm going to try and take a leg.
You did a thing.
I made it work with the D20 roll.
Oh.
Beyond hello.
Oh, nice.
That is
Uh,
sensory. 20 beyond.
I'd say if you want to take the leg, because Viren goes next anyway, you could hold your action. Viren could take the leg, and then you could both leave. Like he could cut the leg while you're pulling it, and then that could be your. You could hold your action to be able to do it at the same time,
Okay.
and that way you can just take the whole leg with you.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Sweet.
Okay.
So are you gonna cut off the leg, Viren?
Yeah, do you want me to roll for it?
Just roll damage. Just roll damage. I suppose you have to roll the attack just to get the damage. Cool. So 10. Yeah, you go straight through the leg. No problem.
All right. Drag the leg
so yeah,
with us.
you've now got a leg, and you both run to a door. Are you both entering your keys? Yeah.
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 Okay. So you enter your keys. The doors open. Another giant watery puddle appears and starts shimmering, ready for you to walk through. Everyone leaving? Cool.
Sure. Dragging a
No,
leg
I'm gonna
behind
stay.
me.
I'm gonna go back. Starts dragging the whole body.
I want the teeth!
Yeah, so you escape, and you go through this door, and then you appear straight at the door you originally came in. You burst out holding a leg. And again, the Minotaur, Master Trovic, is standing there, looking very pleased, as you all stumble out of this area with the stuff that you've taken from this arena.
Yeah.
And then the doors shut behind you, and your light above goes from amber to green.
Yay.
So as you come out, he congratulates you on a job well done. And out of a small pouch to his side, he pulls out 4 coins that are a platinum center with a stamp on the middle, and the stamp in the middle is a hand, just a white hand that's been stamped into it, with a red chain that goes around the edge of the coin. And he hands you each one of those, and then he heads over back to his desk, and he pulls out a stamp out of his little kit to his side, and stamps the cards that he pulled out earlier, and files them away. And he says, "Congratulations, you are now official members of this Adventurers Guild, and have passed your own members of your respective guilds." And he pushes his glasses back on.
He's mentoring glasses.
I'm gonna try glasses.
He's wearing reading glasses. So they sit on a chain that goes around the back of his neck that he wasn't wearing when he was standing up. Put them on to stamp your cards.
Okay.
I'm very excited that this works. I didn't think this worked yet.
It
Yeah, I need to
doesn't.
set mine up.
It doesn't roll well in Roll20 though, because it turns both the rolls green,
Even if they're not.
Yeah,
even
it
if they're not
always
natural
looks like a
20s.
Let me see if I do this. Hold on. If I remove force crits and then do it again. Yeah, that's why. It's deciding everything's a crit with force crits on.
Okay.
Because everything's a crit.
Well,
It's
it
either
looks
crit,
the
fail, or success.
only force crits when things are supposed to be crits, but apparently not.
Okay.
It's confused.
So.
So you have passed your entry. You have defeated those weird portal challenges. The keys are gone, returned back. As he goes back to the door, pulls the cards back out and shuffles them back into his deck, and welcomes another group of adventurers to draw their cards.
Alright.
So you're free to do whatever you want.
How big is his leg? Because
Oh, it's a big leg.
Gothar's only 6 foot tall.
It's probably about 2 foot long and about a foot wide. So it's a meaty leg.
Alright.
Do you want me to help you take it back to our clan?
No, I can carry it. I'm tall enough.
Okay.
I just want to know how big it was.
And no one really thinks it's out of place. No one's just like, oh.
Alrighty.
It just looks like you've been to the leg store, got yourself some meat.
The leg store.
The leg store. It's exactly where I've been, at the leg store. That is exactly why I have it.
Exactly. Yeah, usually it looks like the fancy ham that you get from Spain. That's only suspended. You take slices off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's it. That's the
Yes,
first
our
session. So I don't know if you want to end it there, and then we'll figure out where you guys want to go next time.
Yeah.
You could-
Will we have some downtime between
Yes.
this and then? Alright, so for the
Yeah.
leg, honestly, this is why I took it. I want to skin it
Yep.
and tan the leather, either into creating a shield with it or something else. I'm not sure what else.
Yeah, you could do it.
And then I'm gonna eat the
and
kobold
eat the
meat.
It is not great. It's not.
I don't.
Great.
I'm a
And
lizard
you
folk.
don't
I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
It's not cooked either.
No.
It's cobalt tartare.
Yeah.
Swole,
next time-
swole bar.
Yeah, it's a swobold.
Swobal tartare.
His leg is bigger than a regular kobold.
Yeah.
Because he's been getting them kids.
Wait.
So for next time, now that you're fully fledged members, you can now go pick jobs to do off the adventurers board.
Okay.
So you can go do hunts, you can go do investigations, that kind of thing. Or you can now that you're fully fledged members of your own guilds, you can actually take jobs for your own guild and bring them to the group.
Okay.
Oh.
So we can discuss what people want to do with those, maybe in between. And then next time we can pick up a new adventure to set out on. Now that you're fully fledged adventurers.
We can post some stuff in the Discord. Because you were sharing something about you were gonna share something in the Discord.
Yes. So this, unlike using regular magic items for the entire campaign, most of the rewards will be gold related, but we're going to be using the Armorer's Guide. So that means you can craft not only your items, you can have them runed, and then you can have them enchanted.
Ooh.
So you can pick any item styles you want, as long as you can afford or source the materials and make them yourself. And then you can have either a runesmith or someone with the ability to do enchanting at an appropriate place. They can advance those for you. So throughout the campaign, you can pick whatever items you want at start and just build on those as you go through. Or you
Nice.
can start building your own set however you want it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm. Some of those things you may have to do specific adventures to get resources for. So
I want an
That'll be-
alchemy jug.
Okay.
an entire alchemy jug adventure.
Oh god.
Tomb of the alchemy jug. It's gonna be like Raiders of the Lost Ark, just for a joke.
Alrighty. So real quick, thank you, Miss Callisto, for the follow. Thank you, Dennis LA 1219 for the raid with the 22 raiders that came in with you. And the host with the 27 viewers that did not come with the raid. And the James X Games, thank you for the follow.
So that's Joker and Callie, I believe,
Uh-huh.
from my other D&D group.
Yeah, that's that's the one you do on Discord, right?
It is.
Okay.
Also set in this world, but not in a bestial sea. They're part of the northern races.
Oh.
Oh.
I wasn't ignoring you or any of the follows or anything like that. I just didn't want to. I made that mistake my last campaign where I would, interrupt the immersion. And I think it kind of let it go astray a little bit.
My immersion.
Yeah, a little bit. And mine, so, Anyway.
Yeah.
Every third... This is going to run more on Saturdays, but somebody had a hair appointment yesterday.
Three.
Some of us are a little disappointed because we fully expected rainbow hair again.
I'm sorry.
And instead we got some mundane natural color.
I wanted to take warm showers. It's been like 5 years of cold showers.
You really had to take cold showers when it's that color?
I have to wash my hair in cold water, yeah.
Oh god, that sucks.
Because it bleeds.
Ooh.
It bleeds purple.
Ooh.
It's everywhere.
So yeah, third Saturday of the month will be this game. Second Saturday will be... I can't remember. I think it's gonna be Bloody Bucket.
Bloody Bucket.
I think it's Bloody Bucket. And then the whatever other Saturday. it's gonna
Fantasy Age.
Fantasy Age. They're in my panels below. You can see it on the calendar. It's simple enough. So yeah. Do some outros, I guess. Dan, who are you and where we can find you on the internet?
So I'm known everywhere, either as a bottle or as Dante. Currently, I have been actually doing YouTube videos again. So we're doing an XCOM Chimera squad playthrough, which I'm most of the way through now. And I've actually started writing scripts again because I'm furloughed, so I have actually time to write. So I've been doing that. And then I'll be here once a month, twice a month, or is it 3 times a month? I'll be playing D&D games here quite a lot now, whenever they start.
I think you're gonna meet all of them. You'll be playing twice a month and DMing once a month.
Yes, accurate. Yeah, so yeah. And I'm Dante everywhere, or Low Mana Gaming on the YouTubes.
Yeah, I have your YouTube link down below under the TTRPG players.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Amber.
I got nothing to plug.
Nothing to plug? Amber's a person. She's a person
I'm a
who
human.
has life outside of the interwebs.
What's that?
Barely.
Right? Apparently, she has a life. She's not as nerdy as the rest of us. Chris.
I'm Cowpeeler on Instagram and Twitter, where you can usually find pictures of woodworking or food. Depends on my mood.
All
Sometimes
right.
both.
Emily.
I'm Crimson Kitty here and on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Crimson Kitty on Steam if you want to add me there.
All right. And I'm T. Fredrickson80 and you can find me here because obviously it's my channel.
No.
Otherwise, all of my information is in the panels below. I'm not going to plug myself because it is my channel, so there's no need to. Hello, Wannaroon. We are just finishing up. We'll be back next month, 3rd Saturday, for this game, and then some other Saturdays for some other games. I might be back Tuesday and Thursdays. It depends on how I feel. Because when you have the COVID-19s, I get fatigued a lot lately. So, I took a 3-hour nap yesterday.
Oof, nice.
Yeah, no, not nice because I was up till midnight then. So yeah. Anyway, we'll be back definitely next month for this. Until then, don't be dicks. If you're going out into public, wear a fucking mask. For the love of God, wear a mask. I can't begin to tell you how annoyed I am. I'll like look out and there's people outside like grilling, not observing social distancing and not wearing masks. And I am observing social distancing and wearing a mask, and I've been a shut-in in my apartment for the last, 2 months, and I still fucking caught COVID.
Yeah.
So, things. Anyway, y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.